Dell Vostro 220S. It is a desktop computer which I've had in my collection for a good number of years now. It's a computer I initially didn't like very much. It's got a 250GB Western Digital hard drive in it. It's got a Core 2 Duo. I think it's got 1 or 2 gigabytes of RAM. And it runs Linux last time I did. It has a Best Tech power supply that hasn't exploded yet, so that's a good sign. It's all plugged in, ready to go. So, get the mouse. Oops. There we go. Oh, it seems to boot up. There we go. Dell Vostro 220S, BIOS version 1.2.2. I think it was running Debian last time. I'm thinking purple, I think, is the colour scheme for Ubuntu. I'm not actually too sure. But, yeah, now this is the final time I'll ever use it. It's kind of upsetting, because I never really paid that much attention to it. Oh, it is indeed running Ubuntu. Probably a very old version. Oh, it's got a CD in it. I'll steal that. Thank you very much. Maybe the belt's starting to slip slightly. Yeah, I think this is running Ubuntu 18.10. Yeah. So, this computer was given to me in 2016, and this was initially supposed to be a computer for my brother. However, as time progressed, of course, it got worse and worse, and then it just straight up crapped itself and stopped working completely. The initial issue was one of the RAM sticks. It had become fried. Because Dells do that for some reason. Every Dell I've come across has nuked its memory at least once. And at the time, I just took it off of my brother and gave it a home. I initially didn't like it because it was modern and all the rest of my computers were pretty old, so it was kind of the oddball. But as soon as the Compact Mini with Windows Vista and the Zigmatech Tower rolled around, I was like, oh, okay, maybe my computer maybe collection is not completely stuck to old machines. And I let it go, and then now a friend would like to turn it into a gaming computer. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to do that, considering it's a small form factor PC. I don't know, I'll see if he's still interested once I tell him that. Updated software is available. Are you sure about that? I highly doubt it, because there is no wireless fidelity available on this computer. Let's go to the settings. So maybe there's about. There we go, about. It is running Ubuntu 17.10, which I believe is the same operating system as my Toshiba Satellite C660, the one without the broken screen. The one I'm going to be keeping for a while. Yeah, so there we go, there's the specs as well. It's got a Intel Core 2 Duo E7500 clocked at 2.93 GHz, and the memory has 1 GB, so yes, I believe this did used to have 2 GB, and then one of the sticks nuked itself, and then it was too slow to run Roblox, so my brother just decided, no, not dealing with this crap anymore, and lobbed it into my shed. Not physically threw it, but just put it in the shed and said, you can have it now. I like this, sort of. I'm kind of a bit torn between getting rid of it and keeping it, because this is a nice machine, not gonna lie. It's one of the Vostros that aren't crappy. The crappy line of Vostros are the laptops, because they don't put any effort into making them last. It's Dell's worst product line. However, the Vostro desktops, they're not that bad. They might be a bit under-spec'd, but you can max them out you can stick more RAM in, a better CPU. I think technically you can do that with the laptops, because I believe they're old enough to have socketed CPUs. Well, the old ones probably, the new ones probably have soldered CPUs. I've got an all-in-one Vostro 320, which I like that Vostro. I want to keep the all-in-one, because I'd like to have a desk in my future house that has the Classic 2, the iMac, the eMac, and the Vostro all set up, ready to go. I might do something with the desktops, but then again, what's the point? I've got a KVM switch, I'll just shove them all under a desk. Have them all hooked up to something, and bingo, Bob's your uncle. This computer used to be PCV 197 at an establishment of some description. I am not actually sure what I used to do with this. It's got some sort of Chrome OS thing on here. Startup disk, Sudoku, VNC Viewer. That's an interesting program. Mines. Okay, so not really that much here. It's got a bunch of files that just coexist. They're just not that special. Hard drive I've left indoors to thaw out over the winter, because down the shed hard drives get pretty cold. So before I power them on, I like to bring them indoors and let them sit for a couple hours, wait for them to warm up, and then I'll plug them in, because it reduces the chance of drive failure. In fact, all of those over there and the ones up there have all come from the shed. They've either been ripped out of computers, or they've just been sat just waiting for their time to shine. I really want to fix that Seagate drive that came out of the Dimension 3100, but however I'll need a donor board for that. Copy the BIOS chip and all the important information over. You can't actually, I don't think you can flash hard drive BIOSes, but don't really need to. It's got a little flap here with the pressure sensitive thing. I think it's supposed to house a 3.5-inch floppy, but there's just nothing in there, so this cover is really it's useless. It's got a generic DVD burner drive, just nothing fancy. 2 USB ports, your audio, and the little Dell logo that you can adjust the orientation of. I believe I may have taken the heatsink off of this computer, so it might not be cooling itself properly. Despite having 2 pretty sizable cooling fans, pretty powerful as well. Those Delta fans can cook up a bit of a storm. I think they're pretty powerful. In terms of I/O, it's got PCI Express, PCI, and that small PCI thing that no one cares about. Yeah, so with that, this is the last video I will ever make on the Dell Vostro 220S. I don't think I've ever made other videos, not on the channel. I mean, I don't think I've never put a video of this on the channel yet, but I've definitely recorded videos in my youth of this machine, I think. But yeah, this is the first and last video on the channel of the Dell Vostro 220S. I will dearly miss it. I did like this machine. Then we can watch the fans spin down gracefully. So, yep, that is the Dell Vostro 220S. Hope you liked the video. Smash the thumbs up. Give me a subscribe if you want. More content to come in the future. But with that, thank you all for watching. And don't be afraid to leave a comment if you have one.